Somebody come get 'em, they're too old for TikTok.
Hello and welcome to Too Old for TikTok. Catalina, how are you?
I'm okay. I briefly became convinced this week that I have something called chilblains, which is, it's kind of like Raynaud's, but it's when your toes get discolored from cold.
Did you consult TikTok?
No, I didn't. I did consult Google though.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I had a primary care appointment today already, and so I started by saying, well, I Googled it, and she went, ugh. But you know what? This is the same primary care provider who last time I went there pulled out like an AI medical app and was like, let's look it up in the app. And
honestly,
I was like,
that's really rude for her to, you're Googling. Every person does that.
I mean,
she Googles things too.
The other thing is that she definitely, during the visit, took a picture of my toe and uploaded it into the app. And I was like, I could do this on ChatGPT. So I've been told it's not chilblains, and she thinks it's bruises, but it's all over all of my toes. I'm like, so I bruised every toe?
Maybe
I just
your
don't
shoes
it.
are too small.
I'm currently off UFO for a minute because I need to wear, because my feet are too cold.
Well, even with socks, UFO with socks.
No, even still, I'm wearing like Minnetonka moccasins, but I would like to.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, they're just moccasins, but I would like to issue a, what do we call it in newspapers when we issue? Oh, a retraction. No. I would like to issue a retraction, which is last week when we were talking about the Chinese baddie trend. I said that socks were fine. Socks alone are not fine. You need to have, like, your feet cannot just be in socks because socks alone is considered dirty to walk around your house.
I believe that's what one of the videos
No, I
said.
know.
Yeah.
I was listening to the playback and I was like, oh, here I am just spreading lies.
Well, that's okay. That's not a terrible lie. Out of all the lies to spread, that's not so bad.
True. How are you, Dina?
I'm doing well. I love the Super Bowl, not for the football, just because it's a time to gather. It is the one time a year I make lasagna, and I thought, I don't know if I'll be up to making lasagna this year with the newborn that I have. Also, wait, I don't think she's considered a newborn anymore because she's 8 weeks. Oh my God.
Is it her 8-week anniversary?
It was her 8-week anniversary last Thursday.
Oh my God.
And it's going to be her 2-month on Wednesday.
And our necessity to give Melissa an intervention is what finally tipped me over the edge, and I will be going to your birthday party at Olive Garden,
which is, I'm very excited you booked your ticket.
I know.
But back to Super Bowl.
Yeah,
we'll get to
I was gonna
Olive
say, so
Garden.
I can see Lila, but anyway, yeah. Fine.
Yes. So I was able to make my lasagna, which was great. And the halftime show I loved. I watched as little of the game as I've ever had in my life because it was so boring.
Was it just the two of you, or did you have, I know you normally have like a Super Bowl party.
I had a very small gathering. It wasn't a party, a small gathering.
A kickback, as the youth called it for a while.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Lasagna was great, if I may say so myself, and I enjoyed Bad Bunny. I don't listen to Bad Bunny regularly. I know you do. I just don't. I like him. I like his music. It's just not something that's on my playlist. But I thought this halftime show was very joyous and fun.
He's just such an amazing performer. I also liked how he translated a lot of the staging for his current tour onto the football field. I learned from a friend of ours that was at the Super Bowl that the Bushes were humans, which now I've seen. But
yes,
she sent
I've
us
seen
a video.
lot of memes and videos about that. Yeah,
you wouldn't know that otherwise. Her other comment was that the show was definitely better for people watching on a screen, which makes sense. Like, because
we were saying that as we were watching, because it was a lot of one-shotters and very close up sometimes. So
and some pre-recorded content, like when he fell through the roof, he definitely didn't fall through that roof. Then I was also enjoying screaming all of the names of like the people on the stage.
Yeah, like Cardi B. Yeah.
Cardi B, Karol G, there was Young Miko, there was Pedro Pascal.
Jessica Alba.
She was the first one that I spotted, actually.
Yeah.
And then my friends and I, last year and this year, we like to guess what the score is going to be and who the surprise performer is going to be. Last year, 2 of us were right because I guessed DJ Mustard and another person guessed SZA, and those were both of the performers. winners. This year, only one person was right. One of the people we were watching with, guest Ricky Martin, and we were very pleased. Although his face looked so different.
I didn't think it looked that different, honestly. Because I guess I've seen him recently, so maybe it wasn't a
Lady
jump scare.
Gaga did not expect Gaga to come out of there.
Didn't expect Gaga. A lot of people were making fun of her dancing, but I was happy to see her on my television screen and hear her.
Well, I have this clip.
Always sounds great.
This clip from his performance when they were like walking off, and he's saying like about America, but he's naming all these different like countries in the Americas, and he's also carrying the Puerto Rican independence flag, which is a lighter color of blue, which used to be illegal. So that was a fun moment. And then it also ended with them walking like into all the security guards with the lanyards, like close-ups on the TV, which I found very amusing.
God bless America. Sea Chile, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia, Perú, Ecuador, Brasil, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Panamá, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, México, Cuba, República Dominicana, Jamaica, Haití, las Antillas, United States, Canadá, a my motherland, mi patria, Puerto Rico. Seguimos aquí.
And then our resident Canadian, Melissa, felt very represented because he said Canada.
Yes. The video that I liked on TikTok, it was a girl using my rudimentary Spanish skills to follow along to Bad Bunny, and it was just her saying like just random words she understood, which I can't even relate to that because I don't know any Spanish, right? So I didn't understand most of it. I imagine that anyone who took Spanish in high school could relate to that girl.
The creator, Kim Herman 5. That was a very funny.
That was my favorite TikTok from the Super Bowl.
What is on your FYP these days, Dina?
Well, it's Olympics, which is so exciting. A lot of Olympic content. I'm going to start with the opinionated hag. This is about Olympic ice dancing.
This is a battle between good and evil. It really is. It's like World War III, but America and Canada have to be united against France, the new Axis power. This French couple has only been skating together for a year, which is unheard of in the ice dance world. And the reason why they were thrown together is because his partner of 15 years came out and said that she was terrified of him and that he's extremely abusive. And the girl's ex-partner and current boyfriend was banished from the sport altogether because he sexually assaulted a woman. But she's standing by her man, and she's talking about how difficult that was for him and for her. Like, these are sick and sinister people joined together to maximize their joint evilness. The problem is that they're really fucking good. And their rhythm dance, their 90s rhythm dance to Madonna's Vogue is incredibly cunt. But they don't deserve this. They don't deserve the gold. Personally, I think the Canadians deserve the gold, okay? Because it's a girl and a gay guy, and they're best friends, and they've been together for 15 years, and they're skating to RuPaul's Supermodel for their 90s rhythm dance. And they've really been through some trials and tribulations, okay? Like, she had cancer. And then there's the Americans, you know, nice married couple. They're very good. They're kind of boring, but I'd be happy if they won. But we cannot let these French people win, okay? This is serious.
By the time this episode comes out, we'll actually know who won. We'll see if the Americans get the gold. But there's a Netflix show about ice dancing, and I watched the first episode, and literally it was all about what this person said in her TikTok. So I'm like, if I just watched this TikTok, I didn't even need to watch the first episode of that Netflix show. But the drama is real, and it's good, and it makes it more exciting to watch and to root for everyone except that French team.
I watched a TikTok that was summarizing some of the drama as well, and it is always nice to know the backstory of the people that you are either rooting for or against.
Yeah.
Last night, actually, we turned off the Super Bowl after the halftime show and watched ice skating.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, the Olympics are superior to Super Bowl.
I mean, it's just so much more entertaining. Come on.
Of course.
Oh, we did watch curling for a minute, though. I just want to ask you, do you know where curling was invented?
I don't, and it's literally the only thing in the Olympics that I cannot watch because I do not understand it, and it bores me to tears just because I don't understand it.
Okay, well, this may have been like the garden gummy speaking last night, but I had this moment of realization where I was like, Olympic curling is basically like Olympic cornhole. Like, we took a drinking game and we made it an Olympic sport.
Mm-hmm. And is that true? Did
In
you
a
look
sense.
into that?
No, I know where it's from. Do you want to know where it's from? Or do you want to guess?
What country? I want to guess. Finland.
No. It's from like a long time ago. I think longer than people think. I can't remember the century. I want to say like 17th.
Sweden?
No, why are you so obsessed with... It's not from there. It's not from those area.
Japan.
No.
Okay, tell me.
Scotland.
Oh, okay, that
Doesn't
makes sense.
it make sense? It just
Yeah,
makes
like
sense.
a drinking. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, the next video I have is by Hannah Student, and her experience of liking the Olympics as a young woman is very similar to mine.
So one thing about me, without fail, is that every summer or winter Olympics, I will make the Olympics my entire personality for that like month-long stretch, and I will fall in love with athletes in a sport that I've never watched nor cared about until that moment. It started off in 2006 when I was 9 with Apollo Ono speed skating, I think in Italy. I don't think I've watched speed skating a day since, but during that time, I was obsessed with the sport, with him, with all of it. Then 2008 happened in Beijing with Michael Phelps in swimming. Watched every interview, watched every race, loved him. I still do watch swimming. That's one of the rare ones. Then we head to 2012 in London with Tom Daley for diving. I was in love with him when I was, I guess, 15 then. He did eventually come out as gay, which was tough for me for sure. And that will become a pattern because in 2014 in Sochi for the Winter Olympics, Gus Kenworthy snowboarding. Obsessed, in love. Oh my God, I loved him. He came out as gay, I think, the following year as well. So that was a tough back-to-back Olympic stretch of Olympics that I loved coming out as gay. Then most recently in Paris, Paris in 2024, the men's U.S. volleyball team.
I could not agree more about how she was talking about Tom Daley and thinking he was so hot. And then, of course, he came out as gay. And also Apollo Anton Ono. Remember watching him as a youth, and that's what really got me hooked onto speed skating and the Olympics in general. I also remember that same year Apollo Anton Ono was on the scene. It was the year that R. Kelly's World's Greatest, the song, was the theme song to the Olympics, and I was obsessed with that song, so much so that I like learned to play it on piano. I love that song. I mean, it was before R. Kelly was problematic, though.
Of course.
So I'm very sorry.
It was while he was problematic.
Well, before we knew. We didn't.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. But that was a great TikTok. I thought it really encapsulated my experience as well.
I was obsessed with Apollo Anton Ono, and there was a zoom in on him during the what is it called, ceremony?
Speed skating?
The opening ceremony.
Oh, the opening ceremony.
He still looks really good.
Good for him.
Man, I mean, he's not that old.
Right. He was
he was young.
in his teens.
Yeah,
he
was young, and now he's like a hot man,
Makes sense.
Anyway.
And Tom Daley's still hot too.
Did you apparently Tom Daley's on Traitors.
Great. He is?
Yeah, we should
watch
we should
that
watch
season.
Celebrity Traitors.
UK.
Yeah, I think
we
so.
We should.
I was going to say, final comment on Olympics is the opening ceremony. I was enjoying. Oh, he's 43. Apollo Anton Ono is 43. Yeah.
Okay,
he's not that much older than us.
Yeah, makes sense.
We're elderly. But what did you think of the opening ceremony?
I like them. I was really impressed with the White Lotus woman dancing. I thought, how do you dance so well? I thought it was great. Also, when Mariah Carey came out, jump scare. I was like, what is she doing there? Love her. Loved that she was there.
Yes.
But that was so random.
I sent a screenshot to a guy I know who is a friend of mine who is obsessed with Mariah Carey because and it's someone who I don't text normally, but it was just the funniest. It was an NPR like recap because we were watching the replay and we'd rewinded and then it got cut off. And so I was like, oh, this sucks. So I didn't even get to see Mariah Carey like in whatever moment. But it was NPR said, Andrea Bocelli gave the crowd chills as his strong tenor voice brought the Olympic torch into the arena. Italian pop star Laura Pausini belted out the national anthem. And Mariah Carey, who is Irish, Black, Venezuelan, American, parentheses, not Italian, made an unforgettable impression in her 4 minutes. Like, why did they have to list Italian. Every, like, point of origin possible for her and put not Italian in parentheses?
Also, she's from Long Island. She's a Long Island gal. I'm sad they didn't put that. Shout out to my roots.
All right,
okay,
moving on.
Next and last about the Olympics is Lindsay Vonn so upset about her crash out. I mean, crash out.
Not crash out. Just like fall, or I guess like...
She crashed. She fell. I don't know. It wasn't a crash out. Yeah. Anyway.
She might be crashing out. Well,
she probably is crashing out now. But I was so upset for her. But I was really happy to see that she was there. I think a lot of people can say things about how she shouldn't have been there. I disagree. Let her do what she wants. She was ready. So I was seeing a lot of stories about her on TikTok, people telling experiences about her and how she just has this insane mentality of competitiveness and like willpower, basically. So the one I really enjoyed was by her sister, whose handle is car_in the garage.
Okay, since I've seen a lot of randos making videos about Lindsay Vonn stories, I'm her sister, so I'll tell you a good one. People are asking, Karin, do you think Lindsay's okay skiing with a torn ACL? Yes, it's scary, but also very par for the course. I'll give you a little good one. One time, Lindsay was in the World Championships or World Cup Finals. It was a big race. She came down. She won, of course. That's what she always does. She's at the awards ceremony. Everything's going great. Someone hands her a bottle of champagne. So what does she do? Of course, she's going to spray it, takes it like this, spray it over the crowd. Turns out that wasn't a regular open bottle of champagne. Somebody had sabered the bottle, so it was sheer glass on the edge. Guess what happens? Slices through her finger. The champagne turns into a bloodbath all over the crowd. We don't know where the video is, but it did happen. And unfortunately, she completely severed the tendon on her thumb, and she had more races to go. So what'd she do? Just like now, she did not stop. She went to all these doctors and was like, fix my thumb. And they're like, no, we can't fix your thumb because you're going to race with it, and then you're going to rupture the tendon. And she's like, I promise I won't, but she will. So anyways, she could only find one doctor who was like some sort of weird doctor, was like, fine, I'll do the surgery. She gets her thumb, like the tendon fixed. She straps up her pole, wraps up her glove so that she can race with it, races with it, wins again. So this is not new for Lindsay. It's kind of par for the course. Whatever happens, she will try to race, and she will race.
So it's just this willpower, and I wish Lindsay Vonn well. I hope she's okay.
I got to pull out a deep cut in terms of my celebrity knowledge last night, which is Lindsay Vonn and Tiger Woods used to date.
Oh, I knew that, yeah.
And someone in the group tried to gaslight me and be like, I don't think that's right. And I was like,
no, that's so true. She also dated a hockey player. But anyway. The last thing on my For You page was about medieval times, which is relevant to me because I did have my birthday at medieval time. Again, this year, Olive Garden, I just do really ridiculous chains, usually in Times Square, because before medieval times we went to Margaritaville. So I enjoyed this video by Christina.Marie.Palma.
So I decided to start this new tradition where every year I pick a different corporation and I bully them online until they give me what I want, or they block me, whichever comes first. So I've decided that this year I'm gonna bully Medieval Times, because it turns out that at all of their locations, they don't have like lady nights at any of their locations. Like there's not a single female night in any of the casts. And I've decided that that's unacceptable. So I'm going to be bullying them. Right now, my strategy is to just comment, we want lady nights in a lot of the comment sections until we get one. I don't think it's going to be very successful, but we're going to try it. I also think that I'm going to try to get a Lady Knights chant started at a medieval times near me, which will require me going to medieval times, which I will do for the cause. If you have any other ideas of how I can bully corporations online, that would be helpful. Right now, all I have is just calling them out for this medieval mentality. Because in the year of our Lord, 2026, we deserve to have Lady Knights. So join me on my crusade to get Lady Knights into medieval times.
She made an update, and now medieval times is muting comments about this. Yeah, it's really bad.
That's
on
wild.
Times part. It's
oh my
wild.
God, that
censorship.
brand move. Wow.
Yeah. What's been on your For You page, Catalina?
Sometimes I'm on the makeup side of TikTok. I think because of dermatology, it's just like makeup adjacent. And so I started getting this makeup trend called the Bebot trend, which is set, all of the Bebot content is set to this Black Eyed Peas song, but there is a little bit of an explanation by the creator Ling App.
Why is everyone on TikTok suddenly referring to themselves as Bebot? Where did this word even come from? So Bebot is an old Filipino slang term for an attractive woman, or in today's terms, a baddie. But its origins are kind of murky, like most slang words. It most likely came from babe or baby, said in different ways. Baby became bebe, became bebot. It really blew up in the mid-2000s when the Black Eyed Peas released their song Bebot in 2006. Apple the app brought it mainstream, but its resurgence came on TikTok when Filipino baddies needed a term to describe themselves, as the term ABG or Asian baby girl usually refers to East Asian women, and Latina baddie doesn't exactly fit either. Send this video to a Bebot.
So yeah, a Bebot is basically a hot Filipino woman from the early 2000s, and there was a member of the Black Eyed Peas who was Filipino. It was on, the song is entirely in Tagalog, the song Bebo on the album Monkey Business. And the rapper APL.DE.AP, don't think that's probably how we pronounce his name, but whatever. It was written by will.i.am, and maybe it's Apple to App. That makes more sense. Anyway, yeah, if it's will.i.am.
It sounds like you're speaking a different language right now. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. But yeah, I feel like the song is catchy. Like, Black Eyed Peas really knew how to make a bop.
They did.
And then so many people are doing these transitions. So one that I really liked was by Lolly DLPLR, and she got quite a few likes, in this 3 million to be exact.
Ooh,
as of when I just opened this video. What did you think, Dina?
This has not graced my For You page at all, but it's a great trend. I really have nothing to say about the matter. You know what I was thinking, actually? There used to be the straight side of TikTok and like the weird side of TikTok. I feel like this is very straight side of TikTok,
for sure,
which is why it's not on my For You page.
Yeah.
But again, it's on yours because of the dermatology stuff. Yeah. So haven't seen this.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely of the, like, we need to name every trend type thing. Like, I'm doing the Bebo makeup or whatever. But I do like all the people who are like, oh, like, I'm finally, like, seeing, like, representation of, like, the way my mom used to look and blah, blah. I do love the early 2000s, like, look coming back around. That's very amusing. I will not be doing this makeup trend for myself specifically.
Currently, I have a sty on my eyes. I can't even put makeup on if I tried.
Sorry, Dina. Well, maybe the next thing will help you. This is just the creator, sorry excuse, commenting on our need for more probiotic sodas.
Guys, I really feel like we need more, like, probiotic, immunity, sparkling soda, low sugar, like, fun drinks. I don't know. I just feel like there's not enough here. I don't know. There's, like, I have, like, actually 0 options to choose from. I feel like we probably should make 10 more with some ambiguous names. Like, I don't know.
This is a parody because the visual is basically 100 versions of sodas. I'm so glad you highlighted this creator. I just followed her recently.
Yeah,
she
so
has
funny.
Really good content. She's great. So check her out. And this is just one of her many funny videos.
And oh my God, this is the probiotics. Everyone needs to stop with the protein and the probiotics. Like, at Costco the other day, I could make a full meal of just, like, weird things that they they've put protein in that it doesn't need to be in.
I also don't love the probiotic sodas. Is that like what, like Ollie and Poppy?
Olipop and Poppy.
Olipop, yeah.
They're bad. I don't like stevia.
Give me Diet Sunkiss.
Give me
That's what I was
fucking
drinking last night with
aspartame
Tito. Yeah,
in
give
my
me a
veins.
Diet Coke. Yeah,
Whatever.
No
I will get fiber
probiotics.
from Metamucil. Like, I don't need that.
From the soda, yeah.
Although they do have a crazy amount of fiber, but it's not even the right type. Whatever.
It's not the good fiber, probably.
Moving
you would
on.
know. Moving on, it's a good transition to our food section. I think Claudio sent this to us, a video by Stella BR8 about McDonald's caviar.
Okay guys, I'm currently at work and we are unboxing the McNugget Caviar. In case you're new here, I work on the marketing team at McDonald's. And this is my child. This literally says my name upside down. Okay, so the inspiration to do this came from you guys. My boss and I were sending each other videos of people putting caviar on our nuggets for months and months and months. And so when our agency came to us and they were like, do you guys want to do this for real? We were like, fuck yeah. We knew we wanted to work with a trusted, legit caviar company in the space, and we found Paramount. And they sent a bunch of different varieties of caviar to our team to taste test with McNuggets. We ultimately landed on a berry sturgeon, and the reason why is because, number one, it felt the most approachable to someone who maybe hasn't tried caviar before. Black, like perfectly round pearls. We also felt like the sturgeon was so high quality and delicious, specifically with the nugget. So anyways, this is gonna be a limited drop. It's completely free. You just have to sign up, and you're gonna get one of these kits, so let me take you through what you get. Obviously, you get the McNugget Caviar. We designed this little tin, and it comes with a key. You also are gonna get an Arch card for $25 so that you can buy yourself some nuggets. Obviously, we wanted to make sure the nuggets were like fresh, so this is the best way we could do that. And then you're gonna get a thing of creme fraiche. And then in here, you're gonna get your own mother of pearl caviar spoon. We've sent this to quite a few influencers already, so you're about to see this everywhere. So again, this is exclusively online. You cannot get this at the restaurant. And I really hope that you guys can get this and try it for yourself. I'm really proud of it, so let me know what you think.
So I'm going to say what I think, and then Catalina, I know you went deep in the comments of this. Yeah. I will be there tomorrow as the sign up. I want it. If it's free, I want it.
It's free?
I like it.
It's free?
Yeah. Yeah, she said they're getting it out for free. But there's no way I'm going to log on and be able to get it because it's going to be
What time does
sold
it go
out.
live?
I think it was 10 a.m. I have it in my calendar. Oh, no. It's at 11 tomorrow because I was like, oh, that's cutting into my Price is Right time. But, I'll forgo
Tomorrow, 11
the Price is
a.m.
Right time.
Try
it. Let's try to get it. But yes, she did say free.
Hours.
Because they send you the caviar and they give you a coupon for $25 worth of nuggets, I think. If I listened correctly, I'm almost sure. You're making me second guess myself.
Not possible, but I'm going to try it. Yes. We are the demographic that this is for.
We did this for your birthday one year.
Yes. The issue is that we are not, well, you're an exception, but like I wouldn't consider myself McDonald's consumer demographic. Like their target consumer is not doing this like highbrow, lowbrow, and that's why the comments are so angry.
Right, the comments are very angry of saying, why do I need to put caviar on nuggets?
Let me read a couple. So I opened the comments, and honestly, I didn't even think of it because I'm coming at this from my life experience, which is like, oh, I guess I'll get McDonald's and do caviar on my birthday, like for a special occasion. I don't eat McDonald's because it's not a part of my fiber journey.
To be fair, do you eat caviar though?
But not for the same reason. Like I think if caviar was cheap,
but
I would buy
it. I eat McDonald's
How
sometimes.
frequently do you eat McDonald's, Tina?
Not very frequently. I did have Taco Bell over the weekend.
Do you see McDonald's as a way of feeding yourself weekly, or is it a treat?
A treat.
Exactly. I think that the people who are angry are the people who eat at McDonald's. Anyway, okay.
Yeah,
it says,
I get what you're saying.
Someone wrote, hi, I don't want caviar. I want a $1 large Coke again. 72,000 likes. Someone else wrote, we want all day breakfast, $1 drinks, and the dollar menu. We are struggling out here, ma'am. We ain't got taste for caviar. 19,000 likes. I don't want caviar. I want breakfast all day. Hold the caviar. Bring down the prices. Bring back all day breakfast. So everyone wants dollar menu, all day breakfast, and $1
It makes sense. I get why people are angry about that. That makes sense.
I feel like
things are too expensive.
Yeah, it's like kind of brand wise. I don't think that it's hitting the way that they want. Although now I know from our friend who works in brand stuff that sometimes when things are going awry, the attitude is at least they're talking about us.
Yeah, all press is good press. There you go.
Yeah.
We'll report back next week if I was able to get one of these. And the chances are probably like 1%. But Who knows? Fingers crossed.
Okay.
Next, we have a video that Melissa sent by Shrimp Fried Roast. It's about Little Caesars and butter chicken, and he eats a lot of this. I'm not going to play the whole video.
Combos you need to try: Little Caesars and butter chicken. Wow, they actually did the crazy crust correctly this time. All the spices from the butter chicken pair so well with just regular cheese pizza.
This looks delicious. I love dipping pizza in things, so I never thought about this, but I'm just happy Little Caesars is back on our tongues because, Catalina, it's been a while since we talked about your favorite Little Caesars.
Ugh. I mean, the food looks, I like tikka masala. I like pizza.
Butter chicken.
I would eat it. What was off-putting to me is I don't really like ASMR food videos. The chewing.
He ate, and it was just
it was a
an
little too much
excessive
of
amount.
that. Yeah.
But you know what? We haven't talked about Little Caesars and your neighbors from Us We Go in a while. So it brought back pleasant memories, fond memories of that.
Memories.
Yeah. Last in our food section, I want to talk about my friend Inji has been getting a lot of videos about viral cookies in Korea. There's a Korean name to them. I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but it's basically a very soft cookie with Dubai chocolate. And the inside it tastes like a Ferrero Rocher. And then the outside sort of like marshmallowy. So Inji was able to get her hands on them. A lot of bakeries haven't started making them, but she basically met a man in a van who delivered them to her.
In Korea?
No, in New York, in
okay.
Jersey. Yeah. But they're popular in Korea. I think they're going to get more popular here.
I thought she bought a van cookie in Korea and brought it back to
brought
the
it
US.
back. No, they need to be fresh. They were good. One of the flavors was a coffee flavor I didn't like, and the regular chocolate wasn't that great, but the strawberry was real good. And
Wait,
the
so
pistachio
it's
was
a
real good.
marshmallow texture or marshmallow?
The marshmallow texture on the outside is it's basically like a marshmallow.
Okay.
Very thin layer. On the inside, it's this Dubai chocolate crunch stuff.
I'm over it. I'm not into it. It's not for me.
It's a lot of people doing a lot of different things with Dubai chocolate now, and this is the latest.
Ugh. It's just no thank you.
Don't yuck it until you try it.
Fine. I'll try it, and then I'll go, ugh. Should we get one when I'm in New York?
Well, the thing is we can't. It was so hard to get.
I go to the van again.
Yeah, go to the van.
It's like going to Canal Street and getting a purse, but you're getting a Dubai chocolate cookie.
It reminded me of when Frosties were in, when we would text a number to get the Frosty drinks, and a man with a car and would show up with a cooler in his trunk and give us the Frosties. Yeah.
Love that.
Good times. We have our last section is learning on TikTok. Catalina, what is this about astigmatism?
Okay, last night I kept getting these videos by eye doctor Ange where she's giving, I mean, this is in the I guess you're not supposed to be giving medical advice on TikTok category, but she's doing eye tests for people. And so the first one I got was about color blindness, and the second one was about whether or not you have an astigmatism.
Let's check your astigmatism. You might find out today that you have an astigmatism and you never even knew about it before. We're going to use this and we're going to do the astigmatism test. Rules for the test. If you wear glasses, take your glasses off. If you wear contacts, save this, come back to it later. Try it when you do not have your contacts in. We have to check you for this when you are not corrected in your glasses or your contacts. We have to do this one eye at a time because you could have astigmatism in one eye and not the other eye.
So I already know I have an astigmatism, so I just wanted to know kind of what the video would be like or what it would look like. And I mean, yeah, I saw things that I saw what she says you'll see.
Yeah, I didn't do the test yet. I will, but I believe I have an astigmatism. Sometimes I see a black dot in my eye. Is that an astigmatism or something else?
An astigmatism is when your eye is football shaped instead of circle shaped, and so then it changes the way light refracts, and so that's why people with an astigmatism oftentimes need glasses to drive at night because everything looks
right. Right, because of light, it blurs. Yeah, I probably have it. But I'll do the test on TikTok, and that's how I'll know for sure.
That'll be conclusive evidence.
Conclusive, yeah.
And then the final one was by the creator Market Price BK, and it was about the proper way of shucking oysters.
Most of the time when people have oysters, they're at an oyster bar. I want to show you what your oysters should and should not look like when they come out. I'm going to shuck 3 oysters. This is not indicative of my shucking skills. This is for educational purposes only. This oyster is what we say in the industry ABC, which means already been chewed. It is completely mangled. It doesn't look like a whole animal. I mean, this one I left a little shell fragment in just for hammering the point home. If you receive your oysters like this, you can send them back. And you can tell them that I said that. This oyster, not bad. What's happened here is that on the shuck, I've sliced the bellies. I think that this oyster looks okay. If I was serving it, what I would do is something called a flip. It looks a lot more whole now. It looks a lot cleaner. The flip is purely aesthetic. If I was serving oysters to, a friend who came over for drinks, I would serve this oyster and I would not serve this oyster. That oyster goes into a pile to make chowder. Now here we have an example of a beautiful shuck. The entire oyster is visible. The mantle, the skirt is laid out nicely. We have a clean belly with no nicks in it.
I guess this was the type of thing that I was like, I'm going to take this information, I'm going to absorb it, and then I'm not going to integrate it into my life experience because I just can't spend my time being she was saying, like, if your oyster comes in one of the ways, the ABC, she says, you are within your right to send it back.
Wow. I would feel too ashamed.
I mean,
it's like sending back wine. Like, you give a taste. Like, I don't think I would have the balls to send it back.
I think that just oysters are so popular that there's no way that at your like regulation oyster happy. I remember that woman who was eating like 48 oysters.
Yeah, 48 oysters. That was a time on TikTok.
How many of them were shucked the right way. So I just feel like I like knowing it. I don't think that I would be confident unless I was at like a really nice place to be like, hey man, this oyster's not great.
But at a really nice place, you're probably not going to get this problem.
You know who would be confident enough? Who we haven't talked about yet today.
Ashley, friend of the pod.
Exactly.
100%. And love that about her.
Love that for her. And she is the person that I ate oysters on a hot sidewalk in the Bronx once. That was just like a man outside of a fish establishment.
A man in a van.
A man with, I would say,
oysters.
Not very clean hands shucking oysters. And we were like, hell yeah, ate those oysters. And Ivan was looking on the whole time being like,
are you
should
sure?
you eat that?
Yeah.
And then who ended up in the TJ Maxx bathroom for an hour?
Ivan did.
Exactly. The one person who didn't eat the oysters.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that serves him right. We once had to shuck clams when we visited Angela.
Yes, we did a very bad
job. In Cape Cod. And we should have had this video. We did a terrible job.
Yes. And they tasted like
hard to shuck.
literal sand.
Because there was probably still sand in them. We probably didn't clean them.
We did a very bad job, not just at shucking, but cleaning.
Yeah, we were bad.
But we also got them like from the water, like we
from
clammed.
The sea.
It was a wonderful foraging or whatever, like fishing experience. Very like
collecting,
back
not
to
fishing.
Nature. But yeah, we were very bad at it. So
yeah. All right. Well, great things happening on TikTok these days, and we'll be back next week with more. Thank you for listening.
Bye.